all, you're welcome to another episode of Dodi Zero, and I'm super happy to entertain you guys once again. I really missed you guys. I hope you guys missed me too. I've been pretty down, can't tell on my face, like I've been pretty down, but I'm back on my feet, and I am happy to be here talking to you guys once again. So if you're just joining me, you're super welcome. Please subscribe, hit the like button, share, and most importantly engage on my comments. I love when people engage on my posts. It makes me want to do more. It makes me want to put out more content out there. Okay, so please do like I have said. So now on today's episode, we're going to be talking about something pretty interesting. Okay, so as a graduate who is actively looking for a job, there are several things that might be going through your mind. Okay, you've gone for job interviews, you've gone for you've done online assessments, you've gone through different recruitment process, and it has not been an easy journey, and probably you're not getting the responses that you want, you're not getting the feedback that you want, so it can be really frustrating, can be really annoying. Totally, I get you. Okay, it's really not easy. Okay, so I raise my cap for you guys. Oh, I'm not going to raise it up, obviously, but I pray for you guys. Like, definitely you guys are going to get a job pretty soon. Okay, so today I will be talking about this thing because it has probably gone through your mind. If you're actively looking for a job, trust me, you have thought about this in your mind, but you don't really know the answer to it. You don't really know what to think. Okay, so I'm going to be giving you some hints about it. So today's topic is going to be 6 hints that your interview went well. Okay, you probably went for an interview, you prepared, you did everything that you could do best, but you're not so sure if you're going to get the job. You don't really have like any hints that okay, the job went well or not. You're just confused. Trust me, there is no how you're not going to there's just this feeling that's going to be there. Okay, if you really did well, you're just going to feel okay, to some extent I did well. And if you did not do well, you will definitely know that okay, you did not do well. But then you can't use that to judge. Okay, so I'm just going to be giving you some hints that might mean that your interview went well. So stick with me to the very end. Okay, let's dive in. So a very good sign that your interview actually went well is that it stayed longer than you expected. Okay, now one thing that you guys need to know is that the time of every interviewer is very precious. Okay, they have other things they are doing. You're not the only reason why. You're not the only person that they're interviewing. That's number one. So they also have their own operations or their own activities that they are doing in that firm or in that organization. So they can't focus all their time on you. But when they do this and probably it's getting longer than it's supposed to, you should suspect that there's something there. There's probably a potential that you did well. Okay, so when you see that you are talking, you and the interviewer, he's asking more questions or she's asking more questions, and it's just flowing, and time is going, you guys are still my dear, that's a very good sign. Trust me. Another good sign that your interview probably went well is that during your interaction it was pretty conversational, in the sense that there was a free flow of conversation. Like they were asking you questions, and you were answering very well. They kept asking you more questions, going far like that, and there was just this free flow. So when that is happening, that's another potential that your interview is actually going well, because it means that the interview actually enjoys your company and enjoys what he or she is hearing from you, and they might want to just go on and ask more questions, because they actually like you and they feel like there's a potential that they will recruit you. Okay, so that's another good sign that you did well in that interview. Another good sign that your interview actually went well is when your interviewer starts telling you the ins and the outs of that job role. You guys have talked past the normal, when they've asked you all the questions that needed to be asked, and then they start going further to tell you that okay, this is what you're going to be doing for us. Once we employ you, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. That's a very good sign, okay, that your interview actually went well, because probably they have envisioned you in the role and they already see that you are suitable for that job role. Okay, so that's another good sign, because if they do not envision you in the role, they won't go so far as trying to tell you that okay, these are the ins and outs of the role, this is what you're going to be doing, this is not what you're going to be doing. Okay, so when they are doing that, that's another good sign that you've gotten that job. Another good point that you need to take note of is their body language. Okay, one of the things that determines a good communication is body language. Nodding, smiling, like they are just giving you these positive vibes. Those are good signs that these people actually like you and they want to take you for that job role. Because definitely you can just tell from their looks that they are really engaged in what you are saying and they want to even hear more. Okay, so when they are giving you some little positive signs here and there with their body language, they're probably smiling, nodding, listening to everything you're saying, encouraging you to even say more. That's a very good sign that they probably want you for that job. Okay, so you need to take note of that. So another sign that these people see you like being part of them is when they start answering your questions like in full details. Okay, when you're asking them some kind of questions and they're like this, they're answering you in full details and they're very enthusiastic about it, it's a very good sign that they really want to employ you. Okay, because it's very important as a person looking for a job, after they have asked you, the stage, after they've passed through the stage of like your name, getting to know about you, asking you some questions to test your competency and all that, there's a part where they start to ask like, do you have any questions for us? At that point, it is very important for you to like ask some questions at least, because if you've researched about the company, you should be able to ask some questions that have interest to you, because in as much as you want to impress them, make them know that you are the best candidate for the job, you also want to be sure that this firm that I'm applying for is also for my best interest. Like I can fully develop my career in this company in a very conducive environment where I'll be well taken care of and I'll also be well compensated. Okay, so it's very important for you to ask some certain questions that will be of interest to you. However, I'll be saying this as a disclaimer. There are some people, some over-savvy people, that that you don't have any question, but just because you want to make the interviewer think that yes, you are learned, I know everything, I know too much, you start to ask questions that probably they've talked about earlier on while you guys were having a conversation. That is just like a turn off, okay? Because they will just feel like you're not a good listener. Because if you're a good listener, you should have heard them when you talk about it in the first place. So I will advise you, guys, that whenever you are being asked, okay, do you have any questions for us? It is even better to even say, I don't have any question, thank you. If you genuinely do not have any questions, it's better to say, okay, I don't have any question. Not that you know that you don't have any questions to ask, and you start asking questions outside what you're supposed to ask, or you're asking questions about what have already been discussed or what they've already talked about earlier. That's not a good sign. However, for the main point of what I'm saying, when an interviewer gives you full detailed answers to your questions and they're enthusiastic about it, they're giving you that good vibes, that's a very, very good sign that you are gotten that job already. Okay, now the very last sign, okay, this one is the most important. In fact, once they ask you this one, okay, just know you have gotten this job. Just know you've gotten it. Okay, might not work in all cases though, disclaimer, so that they will not come and say that Odidi Ruth said that once they ask this question now, that means I must get the job. Why did I not get the job? Disclaimer, it might not work in all situations, okay, but most times, in most situations, it end up like being a good sign. When they start asking you your notice period or your possible start date, that's a very, very good sign, okay, because it simply means that they have already seen you in that job role. They've already accepted, even without telling you, deep down in them, they already feel like, okay, this is a very good candidate, we'll take her, she has everything that we need. So they just want to start, they already want to know, like, when will you be free to start working with us, when will you be resuming, questions like that is just a very, very good sign for you to tell that, okay, you've gotten this job. Okay, so whenever they ask you this question, in most scenarios or in most cases, it turns out that you've gotten that job. However, it doesn't work for all people. Sometimes they can ask you, and at the end of the day, they might pick another candidate over you. Okay, so you can't really say, but just that in most cases, it ends up being a good sign. Okay, I'll end this by saying that while a great interview does not mean you're moving to the next stage of a recruitment process, it's actually a right step in a good direction. Okay, it's usually a very, very good step. So you do not have to rule out any job until your offer has been confirmed. Okay, until your offer has been confirmed before you can really tell if you got the job or you did not get the job. Okay, these are just possible hints that might just be like a good sign that okay, I have like maybe like more of a 60 to 70% chance or 80% chance of getting the job. Okay, so in all this, do not give up, do not give up, do not give up. I'll just like feel like saying this like 100 times because it's not easy. A lot of people just want to give up. Do not give up, instead buckle your energy even more harder, like come out like harder. Okay, don't give up, you definitely get that job, like I would always say. And I'm super excited, I'm grateful to be here talking with you guys. I love you all. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. For those that have not subscribed, please subscribe, please like, please share, please comment on my post. As usual, I'll be posting job opportunities under this video, like in the comment section. I'll be posting job opportunities for those that are in need of jobs. Okay, we are all in this together. I love you guys. See you in my next video. Love you.